2025 was a notable year for U.S. beef exports to the Middle East. First, regarding a UAE halal topic that resulted in disruption of U.S. beef imports. And second, it was a year that witnessed record increases in the cost of U.S. beef. And then there's a topic of buying strategies to consider this year. We will explore all three topics in three segments. First, the halal topic. Many of you have been briefed regularly over the past 15 months as a situation developed between EAC, Emirates International Accreditation Center, and the dominant US-based halal certifying body HTO, or Halal Transactions of Omaha. For this report, we will stick with the timeline and the key points. In October 2024, it came to light that EAC had suspended the certification authority of the key U.S. halal organization, HTO. For all intents and purposes, this amounted to a ban on U.S. beef imports. The announcement came as a shock to the trade in the States and throughout the GCC. At the heart of the issue was an unresolved EAC concern that certain aspects of the meatpacking industry's practice of captive bolt stunning might not be compliant with its interpretation of proper halal standards. Stunning had been consistently proven through scientific and academic studies to be safe, humane, and consistent with halal guidelines dating back to the 1980s. However, the science behind the practice is less familiar to halal certifiers, whose primary role is supervision and compliance inside the beef plant. Without direct communication with the beef packer trade and academic authorities, EAC remained unconvinced. The science extended beyond the scope and knowledge of halal certifiers. Now, US One saw the urgent crisis as more of a communication breakdown than a halal problem and worked actively to resolve the underlying reasons for the interruption. The street information available in Dubai and the region often did not match the real cause of the conflict. In the meantime, communication ramped up quickly with halal authorities in the US, interested parties in Dubai, the U.S. Meat Export Federation, and U.S. beef producers on a nearly daily basis for months. By February, some relief was granted, allowing U.S. beef into Dubai on a temporary basis while issues were being worked out. The U.S. beef industry has been involved in halal beef production since the early 80s. Incorporating halal protocols into the U.S. high-volume, modern production plants has been well established and accepted globally for decades. Therefore, the trade's involvement in discussions was important. Failure was not an option. EAC's concerns, if left unresolved, ultimately would have affected all major halal beef producers, including Australia, Brazil, and all countries that employ modern production methods developed for worker safety and animal well-being. There was an emerging belief in the States that improved communication and cooperation between the concerned parties and strong advisory involvement of the U.S. trade was key to a lasting solution. In the spring of 2025, US One proposed an official halal subcommittee within the U.S. Meat Export Federation. The intent was to bring the highest level of industry and academic expertise to the table to assist the parties to find a resolution. This new working group provided an informal bridge between U.S. beef trade, U.S. halal certifiers, and international certifying bodies such as EAC. This was the missing piece. Finally, the U.S. beef trade had a voice in matters that involved its role in making the processes work while bringing its deep technical know-how to the conversation. By October 2025, all issues were resolved to all parties' satisfaction. The USMEF's Working Halal Group success had solidified its technical role in helping to address and resolve halal-related issues at the packer level. Its contribution has resulted in a return to stability and confidence that working together, business can grow with less fear of sudden, unexpected trade disruptions. If you have any questions or comments about anything beef related, just let us know. And thanks for tuning in. Life is good. Happy trails.